All right. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good afternoon. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I need a little cleansing moment. Energetically. It's a big week. It's a big week. Hey, Naz. Hey, Nicolette. Hey, Laura. This is a big week because I am leaving for my retreat this week. Some of which, some of you lovelies I will see. I always feel this like big mix of like anticipation anxiety before something like this, because I just like want to get there and like get in the mode. But all the preparation, I'm just like, oh my God, okay. I've already started packing, so I'm breaking that. Lately, every time I've traveled, I've been a bit of a late packer. No, we started a week ahead. That way I can, allocate my brain power to the other great things I need to be ready to do, like teach all you lovely creatures. Right? Get myself there safely. So I'm very excited. I know, Naz. I know, packing stressful. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Renee. Hi, Sarah. Yeah. I will say, yeah, Renee and Naz, I'm so excited to see you both. I packed 3 bathing suits. And I also got myself a rash guard, like a full-length rash guard for extra sun protection because my ass is white. I'm very pasty right now. I have not been outside very, very much. Haven't been doing my lizard times as often as I should be. So I'm like, all right, you know what? We're getting SPF 70 and we're packing a rash guard. I know, so many friends. I'm excited for you. Wish I could come on your retreat, but just came back from a week in Greece. You poor thing. Hey, Rain. God, it's good to see your name and good to see your face. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. Lots of fun things coming down the pipes. I was actually just... I'll say this and then I'll get us going. I was just unpacking some gifts that I'm bringing. I was unpacking some gifts. Just got these in the mail a little bit ago. Let's see, where are you at? Some of you may already have these things, but it's nice to have more. It's always nice to have more than you need. Let me tear this box open. Then we'll get to moving. I'm excited to flow today. It's day 2 of my cycle, so just take that. Take that. We'll see how we do. But because I'm going to be teaching some TPT, you guys know I love TPT. I got everybody some fresh balls to take home with them. This is my favorite brand, Tune Up Fitness. So I have all these packed away in my little suitcase. Yay, gifties! Oh, I get it, Sarah. I know, them travel budgets. Balls! Yeah, It's gonna be fun. We're gonna roll on balls. We're not gonna be rolling balls, unless you want to, unless you have a source and you're like, I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Balls, balls, balls for days. Renee, I love that. More gifts. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some flowing stuff today. I know we've been doing like a lot of twists and stuff like that. I wanna go through some more kind of like twisties, but adding in some back bend work because we've been doing compression. So we're gonna do some twists and some back bends. As Tom Segura's would yell, balls. Indeed. All right. Let's head over to the magical place, the magical space. You know, another thing that I'm really grateful for that normally would stress me out a lot, but I'm so glad that Kamara's coming. So the group husband will be there. The person, I like to also call him my handler or my wrangler. So luckily, because he's coming, I feel like I'm gonna be a lot more organized and less moments of tears and stress, because he will manage my little worrisome brain. Okay. Let me grab one more thing because I don't have my watch on. Silly me. Also, I think I'm just gonna keep music playing in the background because it's kind of nice. Feels nice, sounds nice to me, if you guys don't mind. Okay. We are going to get started kneeling. Oh. And if you don't love kneeling, know that you can also sit on your butt. I've just been working on my feet a lot, and I want to keep working on my feet. So we're going to take a couple rounds of breath here, bringing us into ourselves, into our bodies, into our practice, and anything that you've got going on outside the busyness, the to-do lists. You get to put all of those things on pause. And you get to just focus your attention right to the third eye center. Perhaps you even make yourself feel a little cross-eyed, turning the sight attention to that area. We'll spend one more breath here. All right, let's blink our eyes open. Sit up just enough to tuck your toes underneath you and sit right back down onto your heels. Let's roll your shoulders out. Good, you can bring your hands onto your shoulders and draw even bigger circles here, opening up through your chest. And reverse. I know, a couple more moments on your feet. 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring ourselves forward into a tabletop. You can tap out your feet. Maybe you want to kind of float them up, circle out your ankles a little bit. Cricket your feet together. I've been doing that a lot lately. Lots of cricket time. All right, And let's work through our spine. Cat-cows, starting first. Reach your heart space forward with a breath in. And exhale, round and contract. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, contract. On this next contraction, let's start to roll our ribs to the right, chest down, and to the left. So big, full body circles. And reverse. Once we make it back to center, let's reach our right arm up. You can bump your hips off to the side. And with your exhale, thread your needle. Right goes underneath the left, shoulder and ear to the floor. One more inhale breath. And exhale out. Really nice. Let's bring ourselves back up into the right arm reaching. But on this one, we'll spin on our left knee and extend our right leg back. Now, once you feel like you have some good balance via your left leg giving you a little kickstand here, let's float up our right leg, flex the foot, lift, lift. Just to wake up the outside of the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heel to seat. Capture the foot. Give yourself a quad stretch first. And then kick back. Open up the front line of the body for your modified partridge pose. Good. Let's gather the knee to chest. Slide your hand up towards the knee. Take a big step. Right foot to the top right-hand corner of your mat. Adjust your hands accordingly to the inside of your right foot. Blocks can come underneath them if you want to give yourself a little bit of lift here. And let's spend a moment here in this lizard style lunge. So wider position. Good. Now see if you want to play with some extension and some bending. Good. Now you can stay in your front lunge again and maybe play with some wings. So rolling to the outside edge of your right foot and back to flat. I did leg exercises yesterday, so I need to open my legs up a little bit. All right. Now let's pull back just a little bit. You may need to move a block if you're using it. Let's heel toe our right foot to the center of our mat. We'll come into long right leg again. All right. Now left hand can stay on its block. You can adjust it up or down. Let's go into a half splits twist. So open up your right arm, open up through the chest. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to circle out my right wrist. All right, let's return right hand back down so some blocks are the floor. We'll rebend into our front knee, tuck your back toes, lift up your back knee, and let's step forward, but coming into a cross-legged position. So left leg goes behind the right. I'm gonna use my tall blocks for this one. We're gonna do some sassy hip stretching. Right knee bends, left leg nice and long. Let's walk our blocks over towards the right. You can reach those blocks away as far as you need. All All right, let's walk our blocks back to center. Uncross the legs, realign them, hang heavy, forward fold. Now let's soften our knees, roll yourselves up to standing. Reach your arms skyward, inhale, breath. And exhale, bring hands to heart center. Again, inhale, reach up. And with your exhale, big, wide fold, take it down. Opening up through your arms. Halfway lift, breath in. And with your exhale, let's plant your hands, step back, working into a high plank position. Now pause, push away from the ground. Find the external rotation through the arms. Breath in. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Since it's our first one, feel free to pedal your legs, shake out your head yes or no, swivel your hips, just anything that makes this initial inversion feel really good. Good, let's make things more dynamic. Lift your heels, roll forward, high plank, bend your knee, slide back, down dog. 4 more. Two more. Last one. Slide back halfway, lower your knees down to the floor. Starting with that same sequence on the other side, threaded needle, left arm reaches up. Oh, my spine just popped. Exhale, thread your needle, left arm goes underneath you. All right, let's bring ourselves back up. We'll reach the left arm back up towards the ceiling and we'll spin open into our modified side plank position. Left leg lifts. We'll flex and we'll take 8 lifts here. Oh my God, 5. Very sore. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quad stretch to start. Capture your foot, pull the heel to seat. And then kick back, open up, modified partridge position. Maybe we'll try for some full partridge today. All right, let's release. Try to pull the knee towards your chest, slide the hand up the leg, big step forward, lizard lunge, side 2. I use blocks here for my first one, and I'm gonna bring them back here. I feel like people should lunge every single day. Don't you guys agree? All right, back and forth slide. Mobilize through your hamstrings. All right, now let's do our wings. Roll to the outside edge and back to flat. Now we'll go back to a flat foot, pull back a little bit, bring your feet back to the center, or your left foot back to a more central position. We'll straighten and go into our half splits twist. Oof. Hello, TFL. One breath in. And with your exhale, let's return. Left hand back down. We'll rebend into our front knee, tuck back toe, lift back knee. And let's step forward, but in a cross-legged orientation. So right leg goes behind the left. Bend into your left knee, walk your blocks over towards the left-hand side. They can walk as far away as you feel comfortable. It just adds more side stretch. Okay, let's walk it back to center. We'll untangle our legs, hinge forward, forward fold. Bend your knees, roll it up to rise. Sweep the arms up, inhale breath. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, big forward fold, open up through the arms. Halfway lift, breath in. Again, exhale, step back into your high plank position. Again, pushing away. Finding your external rotation strong through the arms. Take your breath in here. And with your exhale, lift the hips up and back. Now you can do the same one as before, your high plank to bending knee sliding rollbacks, or if you want, you can take this into a pike back. Inhale forwards, exhale back. I like to do these with my heels nice and high. That way I'm just really working my engagement through my quadriceps. Good, 2. And 1. Let's bring our knees down to the floor. All right, we'll come up into a standing kneel. And we're gonna work an early camel pose, because why not? If you have sensitive knees or you just happen to be on a hard floor, like me, I'm both of those things, then you may wanna half up your mat. Give yourself just a little extra cushion, okay? Since it's our very first one and we haven't done a ton of back bends, don't have to go far. Hands are going to support your low back, thumbs in or thumbs out. Push the hips forward, try to keep them forward, and then think about lifting your chest to go backwards. So you have this sense of elevation through the spinal column. If you have a pretty bendy spine and you're feeling ready for some heel grabs, you can absolutely go for that. Hold for 3. Last 2. Resupport your spine first and then bring yourself up on 1. All right. From there, downward facing dog to counter your back bend. And let's lift up our heels nice and high. We're gonna tiptoe our way to the front. So working more and more gradual compression. You can go feet together for more traditional stance, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rise to standing, breath in. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, goalpost the arm, drag the elbows by your side, engage your back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, breath in. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Option to go through chaturanga, knees up or knees down. So as you glide forward, keep your body in this one line as you bend the elbows. Just bring the tops of the feet to the floor, back bend, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips. Again, heels high, tippy toe your way forward, slowly compressing more and more. Halfway lift, inhale breath. Exhale, fold, pull yourself deeply to the legs, rise up. Utthita Hasta in Tadasana, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep up. Goalpost, squeeze the back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Chaturanga, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we're gonna head to the front for one more time through that. Since we've done 4, you have the option here, and I encourage you to try getting both of your feet to the front at the same time. You can do that with hops, so maybe a couple of little bunny hops to the front. Maybe you're feeling like practicing some bigger hops, right? Some kicks to the bum. Oof. Just had to see where the handstands were at today. Halfway lift and exhale, fold. Rise up to standing, inhale, breath. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, goal post. Inhale, reach up. With your exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, breath. Exhale, plant your hands. You hop forward. Maybe you want to hop back. Always landing in your mid-plank, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now you can stay right here for this 5-breath reset. Or if you're like me, it's day 2 of the cycle. You just need to bring your knees down in child's pose. Side stretch a little bit. Usually I don't scale my practice down too much when I'm cycling. I'll just take a lot more breaks. I'll still try the tougher stuff because hormonally, it is a good time to start cycling your training back up. But I know the exhaustion and the discomfort can be there. One more breath in. One more breath out. Okay. If you're in your child's pose position, come forward to tabletop. We'll all meet back in our downward facing dog. Now let's lift up our right leg, 3-legged dog. Open up your hip, bend into your right knee. Nice. Let's pull the right knee back towards your chest. Step through into your low lunge. Now let's lower your left knee down. We'll come into our Anjaneyasana, or our low lunge position. You can have your blocks by your side if you want support. I'm going to encourage us to take our arms up and overhead because we're going to start ramping these back bends up a little bit. All right, take a breath in here. Exhale, lengthen through the right leg. Arms can sweep back for a floating variation, or you just move your blocks back. 2 more times. Inhale up, back into your lunge. Exhale back, hamstring stretch. 1 more time, take it forward, high lunge. Exhale, lengthen out, half split. Take it back into your half splits twist. With your exhale, we're gonna go into our low twisted lunge. So left arm reaching towards the front, right arm reaching back. Good, pull out of your lunge a little bit, reach both of your arms up, connect the palms at heart center, left elbow to right thigh, dive back into that lunge. Good, let's repeat that motion real quick. Pull back, arms up, open up the arms, dive deep. Again. Reach up, take it into that twist. Now let's pause here. You can stay with your back knee on the floor or make it active. Tuck your left toe, elevate the knee. Stay here for 3, for 2, and 1. Let's turn to the front. Hands can go back onto your blocks or the floor. Let's step our left foot forward, halfway lift, inhale, breath. Exhale, forward fold. Chair position, bend your knees, reach your arms upper hand corner. Exhale, sweep your arms back, sit a little bit deeper. Rise up to standing, please balance on your left foot. And see if you can either underhand grab your left leg, like under where the hamstring is, or grab for the front of your shin bone. Now get nice and strong through this right leg. See if you can pull up this left leg a little bit more. And then open up your hip out to the side. Let's get set up into tree position. Sole of the foot, right inner thigh. Hands can work to heart center. Hands can work up. Here for 3. Last 2. And 1. Let's bend into your standing leg. Extend the left leg back in an externally rotated position, and then step into your warrior 2. Good. Find lots of length here. We're just going to work a little bit through our arms and legs together. So with your next inhale breath, straighten the front leg, reach the arms up. You can even cross them. Exhale, get back into your 2. Inhale up. Exhale 2. Again, inhale up. Exhale 2. Now we're going to go again. This time arms go back behind us. Leg lengthens. Exhale 2. Arms behind. And 2. Last time. Good. Reverse triangle. Straighten through your front leg. Reach the right arm up and back. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Hand can go on your leg, right? The haters will say you can't, but you can. Hand can go on a block. If you just feel like you're pushing too much of your weight down on your shin and you're like, I'm hyperextending my knees, that's awesome. I recommend getting a block, okay? We'll take one more round of breath here. And with your exhale, let's return. Hands down towards the floor. Move that block out of your way. And then let's step our right foot behind us. Listen up. Left hand comes center. Let's find a side plank position. So right arm reaches up. Okay. Now we're going to bend into our knees. Reach your right arm for the front of the space and then push. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, push. Last 2. Good. Last 1 on this next push. See if you can float up your right foot. Drop it behind you. Push the hips up towards the ceiling. Flip. Oh. Nice. Let's bring it around. High to mid plank, Ekapada style. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Oh, buddy. Okay, let's do side 2. Left leg lifts. Open up your hip. You can bend into your knee. Wow. All right. Let's square off. Pull the knee in towards your chest. Step through to your low lunge position. Lower the right knee down. We're in our Anjaneyasana again. Huzzah. This time on your other side. Again, blocks can be by your side or you join me with the arms reaching up. Take a breath in. Exhale, half split with your details in mind. So since I was doing this floating version, I'm just going to sweep them back. Inhale up. Exhale, sweep back. Feeling a little shaky on this side, that's fine. Inhale up. And with your exhale back. Now let's bring back that half split twist. Ugh. All right. Now let's rebend into our front knee. And we're gonna rise into a twisted version of our lunge. Here we are. Now bring yourself up a little bit. Hands come to heart center, twist. Find the hook, right elbow to your left thigh. Good, let's repeat that. Try to stay twisted the whole time. Ooh, open up through the arms. Dang. I really did it to my butt cheeks yesterday. I can feel it. Now in this round of your twist, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Woo! More active. Stay for 3. Last 2. And 1. Let's return, either hands to the floor or hands on some blocks. Step your foot forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair, Utkatasana. Chair fly, sit deeper. Rise up to standing, balance on your left foot, elevate your right. You can grab underneath the hamstring, you can grab for the front of the shin bone. All right, let's open up the hip out to the side. Tree position, Vrikshasana. Good, see whatever hands you want to copy. Three, two, and one. Let's release this right leg, and we're going to take an open hipped little airplane here. Good, let's step back, warrior two. Once you're in position, let's flow with the arm and leg. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. One more like this, and then we'll go behind the body. Good. Behind the body and out. Last time. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Ooh, hip just popped massively. All right, nice long lines through the spine. Let's return. Hands down to the floor, bend into your front knee. Step your left foot back behind you. Center the right hand. Vashi, side plank. All right, now our flow from here. We bend to the knees. I kind of make like a diamond position and then push. Inhale, reach. Exhale, push. Reach, push, two, last one. Now from that push, really anchor through the right foot. See if you can lift up your left, bend into the knee, drop back. Nice, bring it around. Ekapada. Ooh. Upward facing. And with your exhale, downward facing dog. All right, again, option to stay. Down dog, you can level up by taking this next few moments in your dolphin position for open shoulders, or you can child's pose. Pick your choice. All right, everybody. Now let's all meet in a kneeling shape. Take some water if you haven't already. We're going to go through that flow one more time, but we're going to be adding some things on. Know that you can opt out of the add-ons and stick with the foundation you already built. Consider it your round two of trying something. You're right, so maybe leveling up a little bit. The first main thing we're going to do from our entry point is a drop back from our down dog. Yeah, so kind of similar to what we just did from side plank, except a little more difficult, right? Instead of working tree pose, we're gonna work hand to big toe pose, right? Again, always optional. And then at the very end there, in that side plank sequence, I'm gonna give you an option to either try, right? Kind of like I mentioned earlier, foreshadowing with a modified version of our partridge pose, or a fun little back-bended version that I got from one of my Ashtanga teachers, Yancy. Okay, so let's go over, you don't have to like do this right now, but I just want you to like see it so that while we're going and cueing, you're not like, what the hell's going on? So in our partridge position, it's kind of like your dancers, your side plank had a love child. okay? The key here that I notice works for me is as soon as I start grabbing my foot, as you can see, very hard, I have to push my chest forward to counterbalance my leg behind me. When I'm really pulled in here, it's doable, but I'm much more easily counterbalanced here, okay? So again, I'm kind of like, oh my God, can I even do this here? Ugh. It's kind of like you're in this position, but in your side plank. All right, the other version you might feel more inclined to try, just a little adjustment of the foot. So same thing, right? You're in your side plank. I'm gonna rotate. Notice my ground foot is pointing towards the back of my mat. I'm pushing through my stability arm, and I'm going to try to grab my knee. So you're really pushing through this arc position. Couple of tough options there because you are all my tough little cookies. Yeah? All right. Let's start in down dog. I'm hot and bothered just demoing those two things. Whew, okay. From your downward facing dog, let's lift our right leg. Open up your hip, bend into your knee, peek over the shoulder, shift forwards a little bit to drop the foot back. Nice. Let's return around to the front. Pull the right knee in towards your chest. Step through low lunge. Low Anjane, reach the arms up, inhale breath. Exhale, one hamstring stretch. Good, inhale back up into your Anjane. With your exhale, half split twist. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend the right knee, rise up into your open twist lunge. Pull up a little bit, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center, left elbow onto your right thigh. Again, option to get really active here, tuck your toe. Here's another difference I didn't prep you for. We're gonna try to step forward so that we are in our prayer twist. Hold here for an inhale breath. Stay for an exhale breath. Inhale up into your regular chair. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Rise up, single-legged mountain, left leg lifts. Again, you can start to go for your other grabs you went for, or grab for the left toe, kick the leg forward, Padangusthasana A. Now I like to think about pulling my left shoulder back, trying to lengthen through my right leg as much as possible, even if it means my left knee bends. Good, let's go to B. Left leg out to the side, right arm reaches out to the right to counterbalance. Sometimes I also like to look in that direction. If that messes with you, just look forward or look down. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Now you can kick straight back into your balance. I would be remiss to not add one pistol into class. Sweep it back, airplane style. Step back, open up, warrior two. With your inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, rebend. Again, reach behind you. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle position. Take one breath here. With your exhale, let's rebend into our front knee, turn and pivot towards the front. Step back. Let's go side plank. Pick your poison. Maybe you tried for your partridge, right? Your knee grab. 3, 2, and 1. Chatta. Upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Side 2, we got this. Left leg lifts. Hip opens, knee bends. A little glide forward. push, rotate. All right, bring it around. Knee to nose, step through low lunge. Anjaneyasana. Ardha Hanumanasana with the float, half split. Inhale, back up. Exhale, half split and twist. Right arm down, left arm high. Breath in. Exhale, bend your left knee. Rise up into your open Anjaneyasana. Inhale, reach up a little bit. Exhale, twist. Right elbow, left thigh. All right, tuck back toes, lift up your back knee. Scary. Take an inhale. Exhale, step forward, prayer twist. Work your squeeze. For 3, 2, and 1. Chair shape. Exhale, flat. Rise up, single-legged. And you can go through the same sequence as before. Padangusthasana's, let's Padangusthas. So silly. All right, open hip shape. Whoa. Stay 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. God damn it. Pistols. Ugh. And fly through. Big step back. Warrior 2. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, 2. Arms behind. Exhale, 2. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, Trikonasana. All right, take it back to the front. Side plank. Our last big bit of effort here. We got this shit. Pick your poison. Partridge. Knee grab. All of it is sketchy. 3, 2, and 1. Ekapada. Upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. All right. Y'all, that got me sweating. Holy shit. Okay. Let's take the rest of this class to the floor. Not like it'll be easy, but let's stop standing. I don't feel like standing anymore. All right, we'll sit off to one side. Let's find our bound angle position, Baddha Konasana. Feet together, knees wide. Sit up nice and tall. And with your exhale, fold forwards over the legs. Okay, let's bring ourselves back up. We'll close our legs in and we're gonna roll down onto our back to work bridge or bridge into wheel. Now, if you know you wanna just bridge and kind of chill, you can also bring a block down with you, work one active bridge, and then do block supported bridge while we're working wheel, yeah? Okay, so from here, arms down by your side, press into your feet, get your hips up. Nice, you can walk your shoulders together. All right, and then roll it back down. I have cramps. I'm just like, God damn, your girl is cramping. All right, let's go round 2 bridge. So this may be your setup for your passive bridge or your bridge into wheel. That should feel interesting for me, stretching out all of this business. So we'll push into our feet. Again, lift up your hips. Block can slide under, or if you're wanting to wheel, hands come behind you, well, not behind you, over you. Fingers are gonna face your shoulders. Now you can always come to the crown of your head, especially if your arms are not feeling the strongest, right? Or the most open. Then you can push into your hands, straighten through your arms. Try to just let the head relax. Now, because I'm gonna be working kind of a weird transition with you guys, see if you wanna play with a little single arm swap. Right? And then let's bring you down. All right. Knees into chest, maybe roll out your wrists, especially if you did that little single arm play. One transition that I haven't done for a long time that I do like a lot is a transition into wheel from Malasana. Now Malasana, big open hip position, right? Your deep squat. This is definitely some very like primal animal flow type movement, yeah. So let me show you the first step. All these things are kind of similar to things we've already done. We're just gonna chain them together in a different way, all right? So first things first, you're in your Malasana. I'm gonna kind of open my body out to the left, plant my hand behind, push, right? Back through center, over to the other side, push. Now imagine, if you will, you went into full wheel between those 2 shapes. Let's see about it. Lift, spin on the hand, hand to the floor. Turn right hand into the center, spin out of it. Yeah? I'm gonna do it to the other side, and then I'm gonna stay on the goddamn floor. I did it. That was hard. All right, let's lay down on our backs. If you're in your supported bridge, let's remove your block and get you flat. This one got me sweaty, guys. All right, knees to chest. Rock a little side to side. Also, when you're on your cycle, your basal body temperature is hotter. Did you guys know that? You ever feel like you're sweating more, sweating profusely even when you're cycling? Well, there's a reason for that. All right, let's open up our knees. You can flex your feet. Happy baby. Go ahead, gather your knees in towards your chest. And let's do a twist. You can drop both knees over to the left. You can cross them and wrap them if you want. We'll take one more breath here. And exhale, bring it back through center. Other side, both knees to the right. And we'll take one more breath here. And out. Good, let's bring ourselves back to center. And if there's last things you need before dropping into a more passive state, you can take them here, or if you're ready for our final meditation moment, let's drop in together. Let's take one more breath here together. Again, just recognizing the infinite things we can be grateful for, despite the fact that the world can be crazy, can be cruel and unpredictable and scary. I'm always grateful for this practice and the teachers that taught me this practice and their teachers before them. Thank you all for joining me and letting me teach you today. I hope you have a really amazing rest of your Monday, and I'm grateful that we get to start our weeks together like this. Thank you, friends, for joining me. I did the best I could with my energy as it is. Still think I did good for a day 2 moment. Oh. 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 Olive. How is Olive, my little bean? If you guys didn't know, Olive has this very cute, tiny puppy. I know Olive's probably not a puppy anymore, but since I met Olive when it was a puppy, it is forever puppy in my brain. Forever puppy. Oh. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate you. Thank you, Rain. Yes, get to your days. Thanks for spending time with me. I love seeing you. Love that, Sarah. That's why I like it too. Thank you, Laura. Yes, Nicolette. I like giving you a little butt kicking every once in a while. Hope you're doing okay. Thinking of you, loving you. Thank you, Naz. So we'll have a pretty normal schedule this week, especially if you are a member of my Patreon. So we'll have our Wednesday reset class, Thursday bar. I really wanted to get my shit together and do like a fun thematic bar, but my brain is kind of at max capacity right now. So all my efforts are going into getting ready and preparing for a retreat, which I will be leaving for very, very late Friday night. Yeah. So yeah, that will be our next big thing. So next week I will not see you guys, okay? There is no link. I will not be live, but I will see you the following. So that last week of July, if you can believe it. All right, my darlings. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Take good care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Thanks for coming, my angels. Thank you. See you next time.